Goodfellows in downtown Minneapolis was voted second in Gourmet's 1998 Rita's poll for the Twin Cities area. The executive chef, Kevin Cullen, was born and raised in Minnesota. He has worked in Texas also, most notably at the mansion on Turtle Creek. His entree is venison with plums. An oriental coleslaw begins with julienne baby bok choy, Chinese cabbage. Snow peas.
You can cut them either in julienne or just cut them in a little bias here.
Napa cabbage. Red cabbage.
Cut out the tougher vein of it and then just roll it up like you would chiffonade something, and then just cut it fine. That goes in the salad. That's some good color there for you.
The Japanese radish, daikon.
So it's a long kind of a Japanese bias cut. So it's going to give your coleslaw some good structure.
Carrot. Mustard greens.
A little more.
Then the Japanese herb shiso.
You put them in the salad.
Finally, pre-cooked wild rice is added.
The next thing we're going to make is barbecued plums. And this goes great with venison. It's going to go great with the slaw. And it's a good summer fresh taste. What you do is you take plums with a little bit of oil and you brush them with oil and then you roast them to this consistency right here. And what happens is that the skin is peeling off of the plum and they've sweetened up. These are black beauties. And you roast them to about this consistency right there. Refrigerate them overnight and they're going to come out looking just like this. A lot of the juice is coming out of them, a lot of the sugar, and it's all sitting in kind of a syrup.
The roasted plums are seeded, sectioned, and green onion is added.
Add them to the plums. You just splash a little tamari in there, which is kind of like a soy sauce. It has a little less salt in it. Splash it with tamari. And then you take, we have some homemade barbecue here, and we're just going to splash right in there also. What you can also do with this, if you wanted to, and this would work also, it would be to put them on the grill too. You can oil them and grill them a little bit if you have your grill going. Finish it with a little ginger, a little more ginger juice. Oh. And the ginger you can take after you've squeezed the juice out and put it into vinegar or oil if you want to make an oil or something like that, so you don't throw away any of the grate or any of the pulp. And then stir this up.
The T-bone cut of some farm-raised venison is grilled. It comes from Chisago City, which is not a mispronunciation of Chicago. It's a small town north of the Twin Cities.
What he's doing now is he's brushing on a chili brush, which is made out of soy sauce, molasses, chili paste, chili powder, garlic, and a little lime. So he's marking the meat and then brushing the brush on there just to baste it a little bit, to give it a little flavor. So what you want to do next is dress the slaw.
The slaw is dressed with an orange juice and oil-based mixture that includes ginger juice, molasses, and cilantro.
And after you dress it, you want to add the cashews. And you're going to add a lot of these.
The nuts are roasted and laced with cayenne pepper.
And then you have your plums ready. it's time for service, you're just going to want to scoop a pretty good decent size of this, because this is your starch and your vegetable on the plate. A lot of those cayenne cashews. And what you want to watch out for is the rice is going to go to the bottom of the bowl. So you're going to want to make sure that you take it in and get the rice, scoop it out of the bottom to the top. Okay? Next thing you're going to do is lay down some plums. And what you want to do is just spoon them on the plate a little bit. In the rim there a little bit. Put the scallions on top of there. And don't be afraid to use a little of that barbecue on there. The next thing, what you want to do is, we have a little rice paper for the garnish. And just kind of offset it a little bit so it comes off the side. And then you just want to set your T-bone up and push it up against the slaw. And then this thing is thick, so we can almost stand it or let it sit on its side. See? And then we have a little bit of some kawari here that you can just kind of sprinkle on the plate. And then if you really love cashews like I do, you can make a little noise and throw them on there. All right, the steaks on the plate, you have your plum, barbecue plum, cashews, some daikon sprouts, and of course your wild rice and cashew coleslaw. Now this is the brush that you're putting on there, and what you want to do is just take a little bit of that and put it over that steak there and have it drizzle all the way down.